Hello, it's Greg Sierra again on part two of your pre-course Account 200 Intro to Financial Accounting. So you're taking this in a 5-week format, and in this part, I'm just going to go over the syllabus, but I'll let you read it. I'm just going to take a few minutes to look at it at a high level, make sure you are good to go in terms of finding information. So here's the syllabus. This is kind of boilerplate stuff here. I don't have a lot of office hours. People can set them by appointment. I am planning a review session, so I have a review on Thursday at 1 p.m. Okay, right now I'm just going to do that in the accounting department. If you're interested in attending that regularly, please email me and I'll get a bigger room if we have 3 or 4 people who want to do that. If you're around on Tuesday or Thursday, I'm on campus, and I'd be more than happy to have a review session, and I could definitely record it for the people who can't attend. So, the goal is you're going to learn financial accounting, super, super important stuff. I mean, there's really no doubt about it. It's how you quantify the results of businesses, how banks make their lending and decisions, and so on and so on. But I don't want to get ahead of it. Of the course, this is just to learn about what you're getting into. So 5 weeks. This goes very quickly. It requires me to provide 12 hours of instructional time a week, and you're going to have about 20 hours of other material, homeworks, and quizzes and whatnot. Here are your requirements. I'll let you go through that. The webcam and microphone, we're going to use Zoom, which is like WebEx. So for those review sessions in particular, if you want to have a microphone and a webcam available. But if you're going to take the exam remotely, you're definitely going to need the webcam and microphone. Get into the Blackboard site, get into my accounting lab. You have to learn how to submit PDF. Let me know if you have a problem with that. And you're going to want to get a financial calculator and some kind of spreadsheet like Excel. All right, as you go into your other business courses, the financial calculator is going to come in handy anyway. Here's some details with respect to making stuff up. And here's the part that everybody cares about. Group, homework, quizzes, and the final. I'll just point out that this is all going to be pretty gently graded. The only reason you should have an issue with group, homework, or quizzes points is you're turning them in late. So if you get 500 of these, then right here, let's say to get a C, all you would need is 200 out of 500, and that's 40%. So that's kind of the way the course is structured. We have 50% of the points on learning-focused activities, and then these other 50% of the points of assessment are assessment-focused. And, pretty low bar. If you could get 40%, you'll have a C in the course. 60% gets you a B, so you can do that math. And here's some detail on it. As I mentioned, the homework and quizzes are gently graded. The final exam thing, you'll see in the homework, I have some questions, and we'll get that sorted out in terms of the timing, locations, and whatnot. We'll get that sorted out in the first week. There are 2 tables with all the homework and quiz due dates. So these are just dates when things are due. So homework 0 that you're working on right now, due June 1. And it's always due at 11:59 p.m., so midnight. But technically it's 11:59, so don't push it. That does happen from time to time. People do the midnight thing, they miss it by a minute. Anyway, so here's the homework 1 is going to be due June 2nd. The MyLab homework 1, June 3rd. And so you go down this schedule. And then what I do is, I give you this suggested schedule later for the lectures. I'm not going to grade you on if you get the lecture done on a specific day, but you do have to get the assignments in, and here are all the quizzes stacked up on Sunday. You can do them earlier if you like, obviously. I'll have them open, but they won't be due till Sunday night, and that'll happen every week. So we'll have this kind of pattern: homework, homework, Sierra homework, my lab homework, Sierra homework, my lab homework, and then because we just finished a lecture here, I give you a couple days to catch up, and then you have quizzes, Sierra quizzes, my lab quizzes. All right, and so we keep going with this, and here you go. We're in chapter 6, homework, 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 and a bunch of quizzes here. Super busy week, the week of June 15th. And you can see, like, some of them are combined. 8 and 9, it really is like not much material. We combine them. And right here, quiz 10, 11, it's one quiz. And I numbered the quizzes by the chapter, hoping that that would avoid some confusion. But the quiz numbers will follow the chapter numbers. And then finally, we're going to have, I'm going to give you a comprehensive quiz, my lab comprehensive quiz. This is all in preparation for the final. Okay? So you'll have material that will just be preparing you for the final. And then around here, all the quizzes will be opened up for your review. This second set of tables tells you the instructional assignment. So you'll have the textbook narrated PowerPoint, a demo doc, and then there'll also be some videos. Then you'll have my video. So textbook video, my video. And on the lecture, it goes the opposite. Do the textbook lecture first and then do mine. Mine are going to focus more on kind of nitty-gritty nuts and bolts because the textbook material does a lot of the high-level stuff. Except for, I will say, the demo doc is always a comprehensive, solid problem. Very helpful. So here's June 15. I know I'm going through this, but once again, you can read this. So if we get to this one is about the videos in particular. So these are the textbook materials over here. These are the Pearson narrated PowerPoints. The actual PowerPoint is only 20 minutes, but I allotted 40 minutes because I think you need to stop at certain points, write things down, maybe do a problem. So I tried to be very aware of that when I was building the time that you were required to work outside of class. These videos, I mean, if you'll see a lot, these are really short. I think they're kind of very helpful, in my opinion, in terms of seeing the forest for the trees. So a lot of what you're learning is high level, and some of it you have to get down into the weeds, and you kind of bounce back and forth. All right, so these are the schedules for the videos, kind of racing through. Here's a table that I think is going to be very helpful. Whoops, excuse me. This has the objectives that are lined up in the textbook. Why this is going to be helpful? I'm going to stick to the textbook format to make it easier to communicate to you what not to study. So in chapter 1, 2, and 3, which are super, super important, this material builds on everything else. So you're in a course where what you learn in the first week, you'll use again every week following. That's the kind of material this is. So 1, 2, and 3, everything, all the objectives are in there. 4, we skip entirely. 5, we have almost everything. 6, we have almost everything. But when we get later in these chapters, like chapter 8, we skip 8.1, we have 8.2, 8.5, and 8.6. And the chapter is set up, it will tell you here, it goes objective by objective. So this table with all the objectives will help you avoid studying things that I'm not going to test you on. And, you know, nobody wants to study stuff. Well, I won't say nobody. I kind of like studying. But when I was in school. But most people don't want to study stuff that they don't have to. So, for example, in chapter 11, you're only going to study one portion, which is earnings per share, and skip everything else. All right? And each chapter, the objectives are lined up sequentially in the material, so it's easy to just study what you're supposed to study. Okay? And even up here, I'll tell you, we're going to do objective 10.4, but we're only going to do the cash dividend and the stock split. We're going to do objective 10.3, but only the purchase of treasury stock, not the reissuance. Okay? And 10.2, skip stated values and other than cash issuance. All right, so what happened there? So this roadmap here will be helpful. Okay? So that's the main thing I wanted to point out is you have the objectives, help us communicate what to study, what not to study. You have what are instructional assignments. This is the lecture portion. I'm going to look at this to see if you're keeping up, but there's no grade for that. And then there's schedules with all the homeworks and quizzes, the due dates for all the homeworks and quizzes. These are subject to change, but they're all in the ballpark. Well, if it gets a little too cramped, we might ease up a little bit, but I think at this point it's good. All right. So finally, your assignment 0, which is due Monday, June 1 at 11:59. This is your pre-course stuff. Minus 10 points if not done on time. So trying to get you to do this. Look at the course material, get you registered for my lab on day 1. This course is going to scoot. And here's everything you have to do right here. Register my accounting lab. Review my lab video accounting equation. Review this video, so as soon as this thing's done, you can check that one. My lab homework 0, Sierra homework 0, must submit as a PDF. All right. My lab quiz 0, Sierra quiz 0, must submit as PDF. All right. So that's it for my lecture, getting you set up for the course. Call me if you have questions. Call me with questions at 650-2107. The best way, though, to get a hold of me is gsierra at siue.edu. I promise you a 24-hour turnaround once the course gets started. During the week, it will certainly be faster than that. It's going to be hit and miss on the weekend, but I will try to also stay tuned to your questions on the weekend, but that's kind of, that will be a little dodgy. But definitely keep me informed if you're having problems getting material and getting your studying moving. All right? And if I do meet some of you face-to-face, I look forward to that. Otherwise, good luck with the course and keep me posted.